Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today I'm going to make this Wishing You Sunshiny Days card. I think it turned out really cute. There's a couple things that I want to change on the card that I'm making with you guys, but I am using the Peekaboo Summer Pals by Avery L and the dies that match. And then I'm also using an A2 sized card, and I've gone ahead and stamped and die cut all of my little creatures. And then I also want to use a little bit of this like off-white color to make the sand. And I had this just in case it was big enough, but you know what, it's not, because I'm going to do this one just a little bit differently. And I have a few little rhinestones that I want to use. And I went ahead and stamped and embossed with heat the Wishing You Sunshiny Days sentiment that was in the kit, or that is in the kit. And I think I might even do another card with this because this is such a cute stamp set. And then I have lots of markers and stuff that I'm going to use and some inks. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I did for this card was I'm going to try to find somewhere to put this. I took some of my purple tape. This is like the kind that is tacky but it doesn't stick. And I put it on each side, and I just wanted it to be kind of straight on each side. This is what's going to give us this. So this is I'm going to color in the middle here. And the way I did it is I colored in the middle, and then I'm putting 2 strips on each side. So I don't know how important it is to not color in the middle, but I don't know. I feel like that's going to work. And then I have another piece of Whisper White that I'm going, or a piece of white cardstock that I'm going to put on each end. And this is just from an older card base that I didn't use. So I'll do that after I've done this. So I took a couple of colors. I used a purple and a blue and a water pen or a water brush. I got a really thick one. I just got this on Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it below, but I'm not very good at remembering that. And to do this, I just push a little bit of color onto the lid of my ink pad. And then you open your ink pad up, and you're going to use the ink that's on the lid with your water brush. It's really a neat technique. This has been around for a while. This is not my idea. But I'm going to start with the purple. It doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to kind of scribble some ink up here. Now if it gets too dry and you want to get it a little bit wetter, you can just squeeze the thing and it works out really well. If you don't know how to use one of these pens, leave a comment and I will do a video on how to use one. But I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have had these, or let's see, I will be happy to do a video if you don't know. So I'm just kind of trying to make this look like under the water. And I don't know why I picked the purple and blue. I just like that color combination. So I guess that's why I did. I guess I do know why. And then I'm going to start with a darker blue down here. And then try to make it get lighter as it goes up. I don't want it to be so like I can see the lines. I don't want that. I'm trying to not do that. Maybe you don't want me to do a video. I'm not doing a very good job with this new water brush. And it does get it pretty saturated, pretty wet. So I like to take my heat gun and use it to dry it. I'm going to add a little bit more purple, I think. All right, I think that's pretty good. We'll see how it looks when I'm getting my little guys on here. And before I do my heat gun, I'm also going to take a brown color, and this is going to fit right in here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it, I think. Let's see here. And make it kind of look like it's sand on the bottom. So I'm just, heck, I could use either one of these. And then, so for this one, I'm going to do the same thing, only I'm going to do it with the brown. So it colors it a little bit, but it's not too crazy, and I actually wanted a little bit more than that, so I'm going to just go ahead and touch my pad. There we go. And then I'm just wiping it clean, making sure that it comes out clear. And then I'm going to take my heat gun Okay, so now it's mostly dry, but I'm just going to let it sit and dry a little bit more while I'm coloring. This one is totally dry. But this one is still a little wet, and it's got a bigger area, so I'm just going to try to be a little careful with it. I don't want to pull these off until it's dry. So I'm going to leave that to the side, have a drink of my coffee. And let's color. So I have a shark with a little shark fin, and a little crab with his little crabby feet, or crabby claws, and a seahorse that I already colored his little fin thing because I didn't realize that it was part of this one when I was coloring the other one. So no biggie. So let's see, I have a couple of reds here, and I'm going to use this just to double check my colors. This is the darker of the two, I believe. Yes. So I'm taking my lighter red, and I'm just going to color his whole little body. I often want to call this a frog because to me it looks like a frog right now, but then when you put his little claws on him, that changes everything. Ooh, I feel like my red is running out. Up there, that's better. So I'll leave that like that, and then I'm just going to color around him a little bit darker. It's a little harder to color when you've already cut them out, but I didn't want to have to cut them out with you guys because that's off camera and it's not fun for you guys to just hear me do it. Then I'm just going to blend, blend, blend. I'm going to do the same thing with his little claws. just making the bottom part a little bit darker, and then over here a little darker. And I am no color expert, but I just enjoy it, so I don't mind doing it with you guys. So I think I'm finished with those. I need to do my little seahorse. This one was actually pretty fun to color. And I used 2 different colors of purple, and then I used 2 different colors of blue. So my lighter purple, I'm kind of wondering, do I want to do it opposite how I did the other one? I think I do. I think I'm going to do his body purple and his fin and belly blue. The other one I did it the opposite way, just for fun. Oh, and I didn't even say what I did differently on the card. I made the area that is the under the water, I made that a much larger area. It's not so narrow. When you're doing it, when you're putting the tape on, remember that under the tape is going to be white as well. So when I did the first card, I didn't really think of that, and I was just looking at the area in between here going, okay, and it kind of draws your eye to this, and I'm thinking, all right, that's a lot of sea, but really it's not as much because all of this is white as well. So just kind of remember that when you're, if you use this technique. Now I'm taking a darker purple and just going along. This is a shadowing, but honestly, I'm not very good at that, so I just kind of do it wherever I feel like I need to do. I don't really quite, I need to take a class on understanding shadows and how they all work, because I'm really not that sure about what I'm supposed to do. So I know that on Skillshare there has to be a class, and I don't belong to Skillshare right now, but I have told myself that I need to do that for myself so that I can learn some things. I know that there's some knitting techniques that I wanted to look at too, so before the winter, maybe in the fall, I will definitely get that. I just want to do it at a time when I know I'm going to use it too. Okay, so this is the brighter of the two, so I'm going to use my lighter one and go in and color his little, I don't know, do you call these fins, or I don't know what it is. His little seahorse mane. And his little belly. And then I'm just going to kind of do the same thing. Where it touches the body, I'm making it a little bit darker. Figuring it would be a little darker there. And then it would get lighter as it went out. But then I'm going to highlight the lines that are already in there. Kind of the same with his belly. And then I'm going to take the lighter blue again and just blend. And I think I'm even going to take my pen, because this is a lot darker than the other one. I'm going to just trace over the black parts so that I can see the line a little better. Okay, and then I think that's that for that one. And I am going to do one more thing to them with these little glittery pins. I will show you that too. And so I think that I'm finished with those. And then now I need to bring in these. And I'm going to do him a little differently too than I did the first one. I'm going to take the lightest gray, which I think is this one, and do all of him. including his belly. Now, I don't much like sharks, and there's also a dolphin in this set, and I really thought about doing the dolphin, and I almost think I should have, just because I wonder, I think the dolphin is facing the other direction. Yeah, he is. So it would have been kind of cute to have one facing the other direction, but honestly, I didn't mind. And I really have like a problem with sharks, so I wanted to use a shark that's all cute and happy just to kind of help me. I don't know, I'm weird. So this is his underbelly, and it's going to be a little bit lighter. And in my last one, I made his underbelly a little darker, so I think that I made it look a little bit funny, but that's okay. Okay, so I think that that's going to be how that one is, but then I'm going to take my darker pen and just trace around it right now. And I'm also going to do some blue, so I'm not putting a ton on here, and I'm not even coloring it very well, but I'm going to take this again and hopefully blend this in a bit. And then I'm going to take my blue, and I think I want it, yeah, this one. I'm going to take this blue one and just kind of go, because I don't know, in my head, that's the way I picture a shark, with a little bit of blue. I don't know, maybe that's weird. I try not to picture sharks too much, though, honestly. And then I need to do his little fin, too. There we go. And I might even do his little fin a little darker by taking the dark and just putting it on the light one just a little bit. There we go. All right, I think that's pretty good. And now, oh, I have to color his fin too, don't I? Or his little, is that a fin? I don't know. His little hand, arm, whatever. His little shark thing. All right. So I think that's all the markering I need to do. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glitter pen. These are some doodlers from Zebra. I love them. And I am just going to go in and I'm putting the lines, I'm glittering those up, and I'm glittering the belly lines up too. Then I just did his little hair, but then, or his hair, it's not really hair, but that's what it reminded me of. And I'm just kind of fanning that glitter out over the little front of his fin. So there's that, and then I also put glitter on the lines of his hand. And then for this little guy, I put some glitter just all around his little body, just on the outside. And then I kind of did the same thing with his little claw. And then I just rub it on there. And it does get glitter on you. I don't know if you can see that, but I have glitter on my fingers. But it also smears the glitter so it's all over. It's kind of cute. I mean, I guess you could just use like a Wink of Stella or something like that too, but I don't know, this is kind of fun. And then I used the silver metallic one to go in on my little shark. And I'm doing his little gills. I don't know if I should have done his eye. I'll probably go back over his eye. And then I'm going to do his dorsal fin and his little, I don't know what you call this one, his other fin, his hand fin. Going in like that. I don't like his eye silver, so I'm going to switch that back to black. And this line kind of got a little bit distorted with the alcohol ink, so I'm just going to go in and hopefully crisp it up a little bit. Same with this one. And the other thing I did with this first one was I put little specks on this, on the sand. I don't know that I really liked it though, so I'm not going to do that to this one, but what I am going to do is I think I will take the Wink of Stella, or wait, I think I have a, oh, this is red. Let me see what color this is. Oh yeah, that's not what I want. I am going to, I'm sure I have a clear Wink of Stella, but I am not finding it right now, so I'm just going to take some of this Lawn Fawn Liquid Stardust. Ooh, and I didn't have it closed all the way. And my brush that I have for this. I'm just going to put this all over. And I have this all over, and I really don't want to waste it because it is pretty cool stuff. So I'm going to leave this over here, and maybe I will make another card before too long that I can use that on. Oh, you know what, maybe I'll just go ahead and I'll make the little crab glittery. And his little belly. There we go. Still have a lot left because a little bit of that goes a long way, so that's okay. Oh, another drink of coffee sounds like a plan to me. All right. So now where's the card? Oh, it's over here. Oh, and look at it, it's all folded up. But it is a lot drier, so I'm going to take my heat gun again and try to dry it so it's it'll be dried a little straighter. All right. Don't want to lose those guys. So this is dry now, so I can carefully remove my tape. And you can even reuse this because it's very reusable, I guess. I don't know another word for it. So I'm going to put it over here just so I can reuse it on something because I like to do that. And if you were to take it off when it was still wet, it would maybe rip some of the paper, so you need to be careful. Oh gosh, I got some on my workspace. That's all right. Okay, so now what I need to do is find my paper, and I want to cut. I'm going to make a little mark on here where I want to cut it inside that line, and then I also want to cut it. Well, here, let's just do this end. Inside that line. So just inside this line, shoop. And then inside this line, shoop. And this should give me coverage. Oh, that's a little short. Oh, maybe it's that one. And that one. Okay, so those are going to go on those ends, so I'm just going to put them there so I'll know where they go. And then I'm going to take my little sand. I like this sand a lot better than the first sand. I like the different coloring on this. I'm going to put him right down here. And I'm going to take my little crab and I want him to go underneath the sand just a little bit. Like that. I'm just using another piece of paper because I have it all glittery and stuff, so that will help. Oh, that's cute already, yay! And then his little feet, I'm just going to put them on the outside of the sand. And then I'm going to put my little seahorse peeking out the side. And I want his body to be where the sea starts. So I don't want too much of him poking out. Ooh, and I should have been careful. Oops, oops, oops. I'm gonna need to lower him a little bit. Let's re-glue him. That's one of the things I like about glue. So let me lower him a little bit. And then for my shark, the last time, yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I cut off his little dorsal fin because I want to be able to see that. him up here. About there, I think. And then I'm going to take his little dorsal fin and cut off there we go. Just cut off the little strip that I left on there from cutting him off of there, and then I'm just going to put it down so it's going to be higher on his body than it was, because now I can see most of it, and if it was down here I didn't see very much of it. So now what I did is I took the side pieces and I just lined it up with the card and stuck it right down. And the same thing with this one. Because it's cut at the same height as the card, so I know that if I get it just on the line, it will work out. So now I need to put his little fin down and his little fin down too. And then finally, what did I do with the little blue paper? Oh, here it is. Wishing you a sunshiny day. I am going to just cut that off. And then I took my scissors and I made a little fan on the end. And then I want this to match up with the end of the card, just for fun. And then I took my little rhinestones and put them down. Tweezers are not always the best thing to get these off with. I'm not going to use the tweezers, I'm going to use the little pokey tool. This seems to work best for me. And I just put these wherever I thought I might want one. And that is the card. I think it turned out really cute. I know I would be excited if I got this, so hopefully someone else will be. There they are. Yay! Yeah, this one is a lot more glittery. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit of glitter, since I have it anyway, to this little crab. And to the sand. That's kind of my glittery water pen. So there's that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that this was an inspiration, and I hope that you have fun creating. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.